Hey, so today we're gonna look at the northern western part of the city of Sonoma in the Railroad Avenue area. And this is such an eclectic area because it used to be farm country and now it's got kind of modern developments like I'm walking through here. But the little farmhouses from the 40s and the 30s and the little cottage neighborhoods are all over here. And we're just going to kind of do a sprinkling of walking through and seeing 3 houses and 3 neighborhoods, and I'll drive around and kind of show you footage so you can see how eclectic it is here. It's not like one consistent long development that all looks the same, although that's what I'm walking in right now. So it's a mixture and I like it. It's kind of cool. All your conveniences, grocery stores and all that are right around the corner. So it's kind of a neat place to live. So let's go check it out. On every video, I do a tip for you at the end. So watch out for that. It's going to be after the 3rd neighborhood. If this is your first time to this channel and you're wondering what it's like to live, work, eat, and play in the city of Sonoma or the Sonoma Valley, make sure you hit the subscribe button below because this channel is for you. I put out a new video every single Friday and you don't want to miss it. So hit the subscribe button. And look, my team and I are ready to help you answer questions whether you're moving 6 months to 2 years out. You kind of have to get to know the locals and what's going on right about where you want to live, and we can really give you some great insight on that. So we look forward to talking to you, and let's go look around Sonoma now at our first house. So I have just kind of rediscovered the Sonoma greens in the Railroad Avenue area, Boise Springs area of Sonoma. Houses, single-family homes, townhomes, and condominiums in this awesome community that's an all-age community that has pools. It has 2 pools. It has a tennis court, ponds, a lake, and it's quiet and it's just lovely. You can see the great architecture. This one's on sale, $887. It's just a little bit over 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. The whole place was built in about 1989 and it is selling for $789. It's on the market right now in 2022 this summer. And I wanted to make sure I kind of walked around here and showed you the neighborhood because I just think it's as cute as can be. Just really lovely. You can have, you know, a freestanding or single family home along with maybe a townhome, or on the other end are actually some condominiums, and I'll take you on a driving tour as we do this video. But that's going for $789, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square feet, and it's just really super looking, don't you think? You see the waterfront view right there? That is a gorgeous pond. I would call it a lake almost. It's kind of in between pond and lake, covered with water lilies in the middle of the Sonoma greens out here. This is just a spectacular neighborhood. You can see all these houses, a lot of them covered with big trees and overlooking that beautiful pond. People are walking all over here as I'm filming. The pool's right there, and this is the Sonoma greens. Price range in about the $780-ish mark right now in 2022, depending on what you're buying. Like I said, there are condominiums, townhomes, and single-family homes here at the Sonoma Greens. So anyway, let's go take a drive and then go on to the next house. All right, we are here at 325 Arbor Avenue in the bohemian neighborhoods of the Riverside area, Riverside Verano area in Sonoma. And this is 325. It's 2 buildings. Over the garage is a little apartment. It's 825 square feet. The total square footage is about 3,000 square feet. So you have the single family home that's 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and then over the garage you have a little rental unit. This is a 2007 in this neighborhood with houses from like every decade, and you have a 2007 home that is on the market today for $1,449,000. It's on a little bit less than a 1/4 acre. Nice looking property, really cute, well landscaped, and it could be an income property along with your primary residence. So I really wanted to show it to you. These are mixed in throughout these neighborhoods, and a lot of times people just don't know that there's actually maybe a little rental unit that comes with the house. Now let's go on to the next house. There are great regional parks here in Sonoma, and the biggest one is Maxwell Glen Regional Park, where I'm sitting right now with the Boys and Girls Club behind me, and the kids are playing out there. There's baseball fields, there's skateboarding, tennis courts, huge soccer field, picnic tables. This is a big park, and it is centered in the Verano, Grove, Riverside Avenue neighborhoods of, and just, oh, I don't know, 6 minutes from the Springs area. If you haven't seen my video on the Springs, I show all the neighborhoods up there, and it's just right down the way. So this would be like your park if you kind of lived in this neighborhood. Grocery stores are right around the corner. True Value hardware stores are right around the corner. Sonoma markets, oh, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes away. Other grocery stores are throughout the city. The plaza, the main plaza, which you see on Sonoma videos all the time, is, I don't know, about 11-minute drive to the center of town. Everybody always asks me about transportation, so I seem to talk about the Sonoma Airport or Express, because you can take an Uber from here for about 25 bucks into Petaluma and get on the coach there, and that takes you to Oakland or San Francisco, and that's, I think it's $65 one way. So for $100 you can easily get from Sonoma to Petaluma and then do your traveling, and it's really, really super. There's city buses here, so you don't have to worry about city buses. They also take you all the way through the valley and to Santa Rosa, or even over to Petaluma if you just don't drive and you want to take a bus. So getting around is actually pretty easy, but you're going to be going through the country roads and having that kind of a drive instead of the bus through the city. But it's all good. It's all a county bus system, and it goes pretty much through everywhere, so I find that quite convenient as well. The industries here is of course mostly wine, but you will find a little bit of technology here. The main employers are the hospital, of course, the county, the city employees here in Sonoma County, in Sonoma City, and a lot of families actually live here, but they work in San Francisco, or they work actually up in Fairfield on the way to Sacramento. So the roads coming out of here are pretty busy at night, a lot of commuting going on because people want to live in beautiful Sonoma. Hey there, so we're on the other end of Railroad Avenue here in Sonoma, and we're looking at 17855 Railroad Avenue. This house coming up right now. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,360 square feet, on the market today this summer in 2022 for $833,000. And you can see the pictures on the screen right now. It's a lovely house, and it's very depictive of this neighborhood, which is kind of a dead end. There is a little other community down there, but it's kind of a dead end, so it's quiet. It doesn't get a lot of traffic. Let me give you a little spin around here. So the Sonoma County School District headquarters is right here, and then the street is lined with gorgeous houses, which we'll see on our drive, and then there's a park right here, and you'll hear people playing baseball, and it's a park, and you can't really see in the park, so I can't really show it to you. But suffice it to say, it's super quiet here, and we're going to take a tour and a drive around the neighborhood and just show you what's going on and the pretty houses. So hang tight and let's go for a drive. Are you looking for family things to do? There's tons of it. There's a great walking and biking path through the entire city, which reaches up to this region and starts on the other end of town. You are not that far away from San Francisco, 50 minutes. If you want to take those drives that you've been looking forward to, maybe going up and seeing the redwoods, getting out to the ocean, those are about an hour away. If you want to inner tube on the Russian River, not too far away. If you have a boat, Clear Lake and Lake Berryessa are probably they're not the closest, but we used to go water skiing on those lakes. I think they're about an hour and a half away. And then we have Lake Sonoma, which is up north on the northern western side of the city of Santa Rosa. Great lake to water ski on. So you can do your freshwater skiing. You can get to San Francisco if you have a boat and you belong to one of the yacht clubs. Pretty common scenario for people to live here, but yacht and boat in San Francisco. So that's been going on a long time. And did you know Petaluma has its own yacht club? Yes, there's a little tiny yacht club right up the river at the end in the basin. It's pretty cool. So lots of recreation around here for families, tons of it. The city has sports leagues, soccer, baseball, basketball, all kinds of family events and programs go on in the city of Sonoma. Great entertainment here in Sonoma. I mean, there's probably 15 restaurants that have live music on Thursday nights, Friday nights, and weekends. The wineries have all kinds of great entertainment. You just have to Google it, and you won't be at a loss for places to have a burger, have a beer, go out and do wine tasting, and listen to great music, or even see a comedy show. I noticed one of the wineries is having a comedian there this weekend. So there's just about everything going on here all weekend long. So and all year long too. Even in January there's special programs. So you won't be at a loss. And if you do need to see a Broadway play or the symphony, those are only an hour away up in Santa Rosa or even San Francisco. I go to San Francisco all the time when the Broadway shows are there, or the symphony or the ballet or something like that. So you're close enough, and entertainment is kind of right here. So if you're curious and you want to know something specific, or you want a local's point of view on Sonoma, curious about a certain neighborhood or something like that, go below the video and hit that show more section. You're going to see my phone number. Anyway, just want you to know I'm a realtor, and I just chat about Sonoma and Petaluma and Santa Rosa and the local cities in this county all the time, and help people kind of figure out and navigate where they want to go. Here's a what not to do tip. If you're financing a house, you're going to get a loan. The lenders are going to lend you $500,000, $400,000, $800,000, and they want to see how you spend your money. So two things: do not close your credit cards. That makes your credit score dive. Okay? Don't close them, pay them off. And don't pay them down to zero. There's actually a little trick in there, and I have a lender that helps people out with that. So if you have a nice hefty balance, say $8,000, $10,000, you want to pay it down, but you want to pay it down strategically right before they run your credit. Not right before, like in days, but within a month. My lender's better at explaining this, but there's strategy in paying down your credit card. Because if you have a wee little balance, it shows that you are responsible and are paying your credit cards. That makes your credit score go up. You want a high credit score because that affects your interest rate. For every quarter of a point more that you pay for interest, that's about $300 to $400 more a month, especially right now. So we want to get your interest rate as low as possible. Now it's 2022 and you're thinking, oh my God, it's going to be 5 and 6%. Just 5 years ago, it was 5 and 6%. You got lucky if you bought a house in 17, 18, 19 for 2 and 3. Okay, so 5 and 6% is still really great interest rate in the history of interest rates. All right, the average for the past 100 years is 9%. In the 80s, 89, it was 17 and 18% interest. So fret not, okay? But work on getting the lowest interest rate possible, because that's the most expensive part of your house, is the money you pay to rent your money. So just don't close credit cards, find out strategies to paying it down, and get a good lender that can kind of help make that strategy happen, because that interest rate's a big deal. That's your tip of the day. So maybe you're wanting to know more about living in the city of Sonoma and you want to get down to the nitty-gritty details. Maybe you're commuting a few days a month to San Francisco, and or you've been coming here periodically, you have a second home here, you've been living in San Francisco or Oakland, and you're like, what is it really going to be like every day? And I can really help you with that, because I've been living here and it's just great. I've lived in Petaluma too, that's where I grew up. So maybe you're pondering just over the mountains. There's a lot to think about when you're relocating, and I can really help you with that process. I really enjoy it. So down below the video is the show more section. Call me, text me, email anytime you want, and chat to a local, because I really love to help people kind of find their greatest neighborhood in their favorite city and make as many of the details work perfectly as we possibly can. Now let's go look at the next video coming up right here.